Tshwane, where today DA federal leader Geordin will be launching our Working for All tour. As you can see behind me, it is a vibe. People are ready for change. Now, this Working for All tour will be a roadshow where the DA will unpack our solutions to get our towns and cities working. And it's no better place to start than our capital city, which has seen a decline in service delivery, an increase in corruption and crime. And so you don't want to go anywhere. Shortly, we'll be going to the stage inside where Geordin Lewis will be addressing the crowd. Please like and share this broadcast with your friends and family. Make sure they don't miss out. And don't forget to follow us and subscribe on all our social media channels. I'm going to be out here doing some amazing interviews with DA leaders that are fighting for you day in, day out. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Ratings Africa says the state of South Africa's municipalities, with the exception of the Western Cape, is on the brink of financial collapse.
From the non-maintenance of buildings and potholed roads to being unable to get the most basic of services such as water and electricity. Experts say aging infrastructure and lack of maintenance are a big part of this problem.
The country, of course, has been experiencing water challenges, with some communities not receiving clean drinking water for weeks on end.
Clearly, it shows that the infrastructure was never maintained since the ANC government has taken over.
Tell them, one of them, to live with us for one day and then see if they're going to survive. But we have to survive.
Corruption is a massive problem in South Africa.
Lots of tenders, lots of kickbacks, lots of dodgy deals.
We are now seeing the consequences of corruption.
The increasing cost of living continues to take a toll on South Africans.
And it's going to get even worse.
South Africa ranked as one of the most dangerous countries in the world.
The latest crime stats suggest South Africa is a crime scene.
The unemployment rate is at a record high.
Around 16.9 million people of working age are without jobs as we speak.
The government that South Africans vote for into power to handle service delivery cannot adequately and sustainably manage all these spheres of local government and municipalities.
Why do you think the government is not doing anything when there is so much at stake for this country?
And we are back, and I am joined by the one and only Councillor Themba Fosi from the city of Tshwane. Themba, how does it feel to be here today?
I'm feeling ecstatic, Kwena. This is where now we've got a springbok to make sure that we're fighting for this, take back the city, making sure that we render service delivery to our residents, having all the activists from the corners of Hammanskraal to the corners of Bronkhorstspruit. I'm very, very much excited that we are here today.
No, we love it. Now, as a councillor fighting for residents day in, day out, what are some of the issues that the residents of Tshwane are facing?
Kwena, this is an emotive issue. Issues of service delivery. Residents are paying month in, month out on services. They are not getting any services from the city. Street lights are dark. Potholes are infested across the city. Far more, we've got Madlanga also that is on our doorstep. This is what we need to make sure that we get rid of this administration and make sure that we install somebody who's got a wherewithal to fight for the residents.
Hey, we need fighters, I agree. Now Themba, I'd like to know, obviously the DA was in government up until 2024. What has gone backwards since you were removed?
No, there's quite a number of things that went back. Far more is the issue of Hammanskraal. We had made so much inroads in making sure that the people of Hammanskraal eventually have water, potable water. Unfortunately, once we went out, water tankers started coming in. Not everyone's supposed to be getting water through water tankers, especially in this day and age. It can't be. We need to have safety in our streets. We need to have street lights that are lit. We need to make sure that all the leaks that are around here, non-revenue water that is being wasted here, that money is supposed to be going back to service delivery and make sure that our kids live in a safe and in an environment that is employable.
We love it. 770 million rand on water tankers, these ones. Themba, tell me, to the residents of Tshwane watching at home, what would your final message be?
Now, this is where the residents need to make a decision. The 4th of November, this is where residents need to come out in numbers and make sure that they install Celia Brinkers, the executive mayor of the city of Tshwane, sure that we can be able to fight for you, make sure that all the money that you're paying for the municipality can be able to service for you. We will fire, as all the pledges that Brink has made, we will fire all the corrupt officials and make sure we install people who are there to make sure that our residents get services.
Now, Temba, before I let you go, in government, you've been fighting against corruption, even inside the opposition benches. Can you tell us, for the residents at home that don't know about the case of Johan Metler, this coalition of corruption, removing them, and the DA fighting to get him reinstalled? Can you tell us more about this case?
Now, this shows that even when we are in opposition, we've got strength to be able to pressure this corrupt administration. If they don't want to do it in council, we will take it to court. This is where we brought Johan Metler back to the city to make sure that he blocks all the corruption that is happening in the city. Two is that November the 4th, this is the best time to install Celia Brink and make sure that this man is the executive mayor of the city of Tshwane, the capital, the place where we are proud of.
Temba, thank you so much. Folks, don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back with more interviews from DA leaders fighting to get our towns and cities working.
Yay!
Residents of Johannesburg have been plagued by water shortages.
The country, of course, has been experiencing water challenges, with some communities not receiving clean drinking water for weeks on end.
On the other hand, while the city of Joburg and Rand Water says there isn't any water, they're losing a lot of water as well.
Experts say as much as 60% of the water that is pumped into Johannesburg water is lost through a failing infrastructure.
Experts say that aging infrastructure as well as lack of maintenance are all a big part of this problem.
Joburg Water doesn't have 64 billion rand needed to replace and refurbish failing infrastructure.
A lot of the lack of funds is due to corrupt activity that has diverted resources away from where they need to be spent into certain officials' pockets.
People are very desperate. They have to buy water to flush toilets.
It's unhygienic. It's not conducive to living standards.
It's a desperate situation, a struggle for a basic need.
It's quite difficult. It's very difficult. It's taking us back to the village.
And we are back, and I'm joined by DA Federal Chairperson Solly Msimanga. Solly, how does it feel to be here in Tshwane for our first Working for All tour?
Well, I think what we have done here, Gwena, is to, hit the ground running. What we wanted to do is to show the people of South Africa that we're not going to come to you with empty promises, but we're going to come to you after having listened to you. And we're going to come and tell you exactly what is it that we're going to do in response to what you have told us. We have engaged with experts relating to issues of water, electricity, finances, local government elections, or local government governance. And we are now coming and saying, these issues that you've raised, the fact that, people are sitting without water, the fact that people are sitting without jobs, young people are sitting without jobs, the fact that crime is still remaining a serious situation, the fact that corruption is a rampant thing in our municipalities. This is now why we are saying we are on the ground now, coming to engage with you, to talk to you and tell you exactly what is it that we're going to do to fix the problems.
Now, Working for All, what does that actually look like for an ordinary South African? What are the DA's plans to get our towns and cities working for all?
Well, Gwena, we must accept one thing, that in South Africa you would have had 40 years of a national party government that didn't work for all the people. Then you had an ANC government that certainly didn't work for anybody. And now you have a situation where South Africa is now saying, after 70 years of either working for nobody or working for a certain group of people, you now have an opportunity where you can get a government that will work for all the people, where electricity can be supplied to all the people, where jobs can be, there for everybody, instead of jobs that are there for people who are holding ANC, membership cards. You can have water that is flowing out of our taps instead of water tankers that are made rich by the ANC crooks. You can have a situation where government is working and investments are flowing into our municipalities and then creating thousands and millions of jobs that are so desperately needed by the people who are saying we've been promised a better better life, but we're not seeing a better life. And this is why it is important that when we say we're working for all, we're not saying we're working for people of Recha Park and not the people of Easteres. We're not working only for the people of Santen and not the people of Soweto. We're working for everybody, whether you find yourself in Hammanskraal, whether you're finding yourself in Hamashishini, all the way to Cape Town, the Cape Flats, we will work for you because the DA is the only party that has a proven record of a government that can work and will work for all the people.
Working for all. Now, Solly, a lot of people say that they hear promises from politicians all the time. What makes the DA different?
Well, you can go and ask Dr. Cyril Ramaphosa. I said it before. The government that works is the DA government. The government that fails is the ANC government. And that's what we now need to then do to make sure that everybody feels that. We're not perfect, and we are not going to claim perfection as a government. But what we can claim is that we're going to be a way, way, way better government. And go and ask. Look at the Auditor General. All the top 10 municipalities that are doing better are DA-run municipalities. All the West-run municipalities are ANC-run municipalities. So, and everybody else is just making noise. They're not running municipalities, they're just making noise. And this is why we are saying, get a government that not only promises, but a government that has a track record of delivery. Not the same people who have promised you and say, forgive us, we'll do better, and continue to lie to you, continue to steal from you, continue to appear in front of Madanga Commission, continue to do all the wrong things that have really pushed investments out of South Africa, that has really pushed all our municipalities to be dysfunctional, that has really pushed a generation of young people to a life of unemployment and becoming more and more unemployable. If you want a job, if you want a government that works, if you want a South Africa that works and a municipality that works, the choice is simple. The Democratic Alliance is the way to go.
Now, Solly, you in your new role as federal chairperson of the party, been traveling around the country. What are some of the major issues that South Africans are facing?
Well, South Africans are facing a number of issues, Kwena. One of the issues that they're facing is that they have erratic service delivery. So there are communities that right now are sitting without water for months. There are communities that are sitting now with electricity that is there today and not there tomorrow. There are communities that is having crime. Right now, you have young people that are killed in places like Recha Park. You have more and more people that are killed on a daily basis. And we have been told there's a Mapanyaza, the same Mama Panyaza who are nowhere to be found when there's, crime that is taking place on the ground. And therefore, it is important to then ensure that when we go and listen, we listen, and the communities are saying basic things. They're saying fix our water, fix the electricity, fix our roads, and then make sure that we have a cleaner and safe communities. You know what that does? Once you have that, you have investment that begin to then flow. And once you have investment in your areas, you can then have jobs that are needed, and you can create those jobs so that so many people that are so desperate to live a better life and have an economic upliftment can actually then enjoy that. That is a simple thing that people of South Africa are asking for, and this is what we are intending on giving them.
Now, Solly, Gauteng, we see absolutely falling apart, especially inside our metros, but all of our towns and cities. You know, why is this election so important for the residents of Gauteng, but especially those living in the metros?
Well, you need to just look at what the Auditor General has to say. Municipalities have now become unsustainable when it comes to financial stability. Municipalities have now failed to even provide the most of basic services in certain areas. A number of municipalities don't even have cash reserves. Now, that means that you are not going to have enough money to pay even for salaries going forward. Go to Imfuleni, look at the amount of sewer that is flowing into the river system. Go and look at the kind of problems that certain municipalities are facing. When municipalities, employees of municipalities get given pick and pay vouchers instead of giving salaries. So that tells us that we don't have much more time until this particular Titanic really sinks to the bottom. And we now cannot waste any more time. We cannot take any more experiments. We cannot even again give the same failures an opportunity to govern us. What we now need to then do is to put a government that really cares about the people, really can work with the private sector, that can work with members of the community to get things going. That's what we now need to then do. So that's what we need to then do, Kwena. And this is why the Democratic Alliance is putting up its hand and saying we we are now going to move across the whole country and talk to you and engage you and talk to you about the promises that we, not only promises, the contract that we want to sign with you, the manifesto that is our contract and offer to you to then say, let us get our cities working, let's get our municipalities working, let's get rid of potholes, let's get rid of water tankers, let's get rid of erratic electricity supply, but more importantly, let's make sure that there's jobs that are there because the government will be working.
Sonny, thank you so much. You heard it here. Now we're still going to be here doing some amazing interviews with leaders that are fighting for you to get our towns and cities working. But for now, we're going to head to an ad break.
Those municipalities that do best are not ANC-controlled municipalities. They are often DA-controlled municipalities. What is it that they are doing that is better than what we are doing?
South Africa was named Best Country, while its iconic city of Cape Town claimed the prestigious title of Best City in the World.
The city says it's determined to invest in critical infrastructure to improve the lives of residents.
The city will spend more on infrastructure in the next few years than Johannesburg and Durban combined.
More than 8 billion rand will go to new or upgraded infrastructure in poorer communities.
Most of our local municipalities are in tatters. They are heavily indebted and badly run. Midvaal, local municipality in the Vaal, has been one of a very few exceptions in the country.
The Midvaal municipality is working on ditching power utility Eskom and replacing it with a private company instead.
The municipality of Midvaal has been ranked first in clean audits and satisfactory service delivery for years running. It has consistently outperformed most of the municipalities in the province and indeed municipalities around the country.
The South African Local Government Association in KwaZulu-Natal has commended Umgeni municipality for what it said is effective use of the municipal infrastructure grant. In 6 months, it managed to spend the 24 million rand allocation on various projects such as roads, storm water, and finishing all the projects that had been poorly managed before.
The Kocha municipality is fighting crime with the creation of a high-tech intelligence center that helps monitor CCTV cameras and license plate recognition.
The Kocha municipality has also taken further steps to ensure public safety by launching an app for residents. In case of emergencies, the app directly links the user to the monitoring center.
It is a privilege to announce that George Municipality has achieved its 4th consecutive clean audit from the Auditor General of South Africa. This is a significant milestone that reflects our ongoing commitment to clean, transparent and accountable governance.
The West Coast District Municipality has officially been named South Africa's best-run municipality for 2025. 2 of its local municipalities, Saldanha and Swartland, were tied for first place as the top-performing local municipalities in the country.
These are the issues you're going to be considering as you go to the polls. Who is the party that can help us achieve better service delivery where I live?
I am now joined by the DA mayoral candidate here in the city of Tshwane, Celia. How does it feel to be here for this Working for All tour?
It is wonderful because the Working for All tour is beginning in the capital city of South Africa, and it's such an important city because if we win in this place, we send a signal to the rest of the country, and it is wonderful. Is it wonderful to be here? It is wonderful to be here!
Celia, there are a lot of people that feel that government just can't work. They've lost hope. What would your message be to those residents?
Well, don't let it become a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's in your hands. It is time to take back our city and to get it working for all the people. Take it back from the water tanker mafia. Take it back from the criminals, from the corrupt. Take it back from the people who don't follow the bylaws, who mess anywhere they want. Restore law and order to our streets, but you can only do it if you actually turn up to vote on the 4th of November. And vote to get your city and your town working.
Now, the DA is not just a party of promises. So we want to know, what will the first 100 days in office look like for you when you are mayor of the city of Tshwane?
The number one priority is to fire corrupt official and tenderpreneurs and replace them with honest, hard-working people. So we're going to begin to put in place an anti-corruption squad to be reviewing all of the contracts, but also to start the positive delivery program, making sure we get those contracts out, to get the streetlights working, to get the water flowing, to get the electricity flowing, to make sure we put the power stations out on the market so that we draw investment and jobs to our city. Because only a city that works has working people. And that is the key message today.
Celia, what would your final message be to the residents of Tshwane watching at home?
We have to take back our city, but we can't do it without you. Take back your city. There you have the message. And you can only do it by actually turning up to vote on the 4th of November. Let us make our capital city blue. Let's do it. Let's take it back. Let's get it working for all of the people.
Thank you, Celia. Residents of Tshwane, you heard it here. Take back your city. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
The Western Cape government is currently pushing ahead to mitigate power cuts. The province has installed numerous solar panels to harness green energy. And Saldanha Bay, Stellenbosch, George, as well as the city of Cape Town are already using independent power producers to reduce reliance on Eskom.
To enable further job-creating economic growth, officials are investing 43 billion rand in infrastructure over 3 years.
7 out of 10 young people in the country are unemployed, but in the Western Cape, 8 out of 10 people have jobs.
Sometimes I look at the numbers and I almost have to pinch myself. It's unbelievable. 64.9% of all jobs in South Africa in the last 5 years out of one province.
Some of the biggest global companies are expanding its operations in the Western Cape.
The Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal is now aiming to grow the party and take on the ANC head-on.
They actually outlined their plans for the province in terms of service delivery as well as governance.
The common denominator in KwaZulu-Natal is quite simply building a capable and ethical state.
Since I've taken office, we've cut our debt from 800 million to 300 million. We've done a full audit of all the properties, found over 500 properties the department didn't even know it owned. We've put in place a rapid response team that now responds within 24 hours to problems, no longer the 30 days that previously was the record of the department. So things are happening in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Joined by the DA campaign manager here in the city of Tshwane, MPL Krozan Bosch. Krozan, what an event, what a vibe. How does it feel to be here for the first Working for All tour in the capital city?
Well, I'm incredibly excited, and I think the energy in this room and behind me is insane. It just shows that we are ready to win. We can't wait for the election to come because we're going to take back our city.
Hey, we're going to take back our city now. Working for All tour. What does Working for All mean to your everyday South African?
Well, I'm standing here with some of my own people from Scroll next to me. Working for All just means the basics, that you actually get water in your taps and not inside a water tanker. That you put the switch on and there's electricity inside the house. So that is what a working city is, a community that's safe, where you can walk around at night and where you just get the basic services that you deserve.
Now, Krozan, people say politicians are all the same. Promises, promises, promises. What makes the DA different?
No, we don't promise, we deliver. That's what we do. And that's exactly what we're going to do. When we get into government, we're going to fire the corrupt officials. We're going to get rid of the entrepreneurs. We're going to get services working, get rid of those water tankers, put water inside the tap, and make sure that we make our communities much safer.
Krozan, what would your final message be to the residents of Tshwane watching at home that want a city that works for all?
Kinaku, now is the time. Now is the time. Don't sit at home. Don't cry. Come out and vote. This election is yours. You need to come out and vote. Take back your city and help us to win, to bring the services that you deserve.
You have it here. You heard it live. We can get our towns and cities cities working for all. But South Africa, you have to vote for it. We have a plan. As you can see, we have the people, we have the energy to get our country working, but you need to play your part. On the 4th of November, come out and vote for a government that will deliver, for a government that will get our towns and cities working for all. This is just the first of our working all for tours, so you mustn't miss out. We'll be coming to a town or city near you very, very soon. South Africa, please remember, don't lose the faith. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Kwena out.
My name is Geordin Hill-Lewis, and I want to build a country of hope. And I know that you do too. I know you're tired of the crime, the corruption, the unemployment, of towns and cities that are broken.
We can't live like this anymore.
Well, we don't have to live like this anymore. South Africa can work for everyone. My mom raised me as a single mother. She started out nursing at Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, what was then Joburg Gen. And then right here at the Mfuleni Community Clinic on the Cape Flats. And then later at Grooteskier. When I was very young, my mom worked the night shift to make a bit more money to make ends meet. And sometimes as a boy, I would fall asleep in the nurse's rest station watching her work.
She was always with this little boy. He was about 5 years old. And little did I know that one day he will become the mayor. I can tell you, this one, he is going to become the president of South Africa.
I saw how she cared, and that taught me the true meaning of public service.
All we need is services that works.
I grew up here in Edgemead, where I still live today, with my wife Carla and our daughter. And here at Edgemead High School is where Carla and I met as teenagers, and where my passion for politics first began. I was so fortunate to study here at the University of Cape Town, where I started the DA Students Organization, or DASO, to help students get a fair deal.
We write our exams hungry because NSFAS is broken.
I was elected to Parliament at 24, and it was a real baptism of fire. I arrived in politics at a time when corruption was becoming normal, and I knew I had to do something about it.
Why are we still in this mess?
I fought to protect public funds so that every cent of your money gets our country working. 5 years ago, I became the mayor of Cape Town with one goal in mind: to build a city of hope, not for the few, but for everyone. We created more jobs here than anywhere else in South Africa. And we invested more in safety and infrastructure to truly build a city of hope for all. Now, as leader of the Democratic Alliance, my mission is to show all South Africans that politicians can be clean, that governments can deliver, and that our future can be brighter. With your help, we can fix South Africa. We can build that country of hope, where children can play feeling safe, where corrupt politicians go to jail, where services are delivered, and where people have jobs they can be proud of. My name is Geordin Hill-Lewis, and I believe South Africa can work for everyone. And I'm asking you to believe it too.
Nikombela kuchina nangwino Nakombela bakoloko Nikombela kuchina nangwina Pindi mapendula Pindi penduka Makazi mapendula Makazi penduka Pindi mapendula Bana pindi penduka Makazi napenduka Yuwa makazi nderi penduka Ahirengi golo ichelete yanga Hiringana pia Ahirengi golo ichelete yanga Hirenga pia Ahirengi golo ichelete yanga Hiringana pia Ikasereke golo ilinto chelete yanga Na hirekana pia Pindi Iwe pindi penduka Pindi mapenda
When phindiwa ibaka DA ibaka lona la ibaka melodi le mogolokwane. Help me sing this one. You may leave the stage, I'll call you back. Help me sing this one. EDA ingeyetu ngempela izositholela imisebenzi siyelele ariye EDA ingeyetu ngempela izositholela imisebenzi.
My name is Geordin Lewis, and I want to build a country of hope. And I know that you do too. I know you're tired of the crime, the corruption, the unemployment, of towns and cities that are broken.
We can't live like this anymore.
Well, we don't have to live like this anymore. South Africa can work for everyone. My mom raised me as a single mother. She started out nursing at Charlotte Macpeke Hospital, what is then Joburg Gen. And then right here at the Mfuleni Community Clinic on the Cape Flats. And then later at Grooteskier. When I was very young, my mom worked a night shift to make a bit more money to make ends meet. And sometimes as a boy, I would fall asleep in the nurse's rest station watching her work.
She was always with us, little boy. He was about 5 years old. And little did I know that one day he will become the mayor. I can tell you, this one, he is going to become the president of South Africa.
I saw how she cared, and that taught me the true meaning of public service.
All we need is services that works.
I grew up here in Edgemead, where I still live today, with my wife Carla and our daughter. And here at Edgemead High School is where Carla and I met as teenagers, and where my passion for politics first began. I was so fortunate to study here at the University of Cape Town, where I started the DA Students Organization, or DASO, to help students get a fair deal.
We write our exams hungry because NSFAS is broken.
I was elected to Parliament at 24, and it was a real baptism of fire. I arrived in politics at a time when corruption was becoming normal, and I knew I had to do something about it.
Why are we still in this mess?
I fought to protect public funds so that every cent of your money gets our country working. 5 years ago, I became the mayor of Cape Town with one goal in mind: to build a city of hope, not for the few, but for everyone. We created more jobs here than anywhere else in South Africa, and we invested more in safety and infrastructure to truly build a city of hope for all. Now, as leader of the Democratic Alliance, my mission is to show all South Africans that politicians can be clean, that governments can deliver, and that our future can be brighter. With your help, we can fix South Africa. We can build that country of hope, where children can play feeling safe, where corrupt politicians go to jail, where services are delivered, and where people have jobs they can be proud of. My name is Geordin Hill-Lewis, and I believe South Africa can work for everyone. And I'm asking you to believe it too.
Tshwane, how are you feeling? I can't hear you. That is the energy and that is the spirit. What a performance by Pindima Pendula. But we are not done yet. There is still one more act in the bag. And the next person I'm going to introduce comes from our very own street, comes all the way from Easteres. Democrats, put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Renee.
Hello, everybody. Let's put our hands together. Here we go. When the night has come. No, I the next song, if you're my age, you'll know. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. But blame it on the... So you gotta sing that part, right? Here we go. But I don't get so loving, and that's no lie. We spend a night at Frisco, and every kind of disco. All that lonely kiss, don't look goodbye. Sing, don't sunshine, don't bring the moonlight, don't bring the good times. Don't bring the moonlight, don't you? Ah, the sunshine, don't bring the moonlight, don't bring the good times. Bring the moonlight. This one is because DA also speaks Afrikaans. I dream in Afrikaans. I dream in Afrikaans. If I see my dreams in English, I miss them. Yeah. So the next one says, I guess I lost nothing, but I guess I lost nothing.
My name is Geordin Lewis, and I want to build a country of hope. And I know that you do too. I know you're tired of the crime, the corruption, the unemployment, of towns and cities that are broken.
We can't live like this anymore.
Well, we don't have to live like this anymore. South Africa can work for everyone. My mom raised me as a single mother. She started out nursing at Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, what is then Joburg Gen. And then right here at the Mfuleni Community Clinic on the Cape Flats. And then later at Grooteskier. When I was very young, my mom worked the night shift to make a bit more money to make ends meet. And sometimes as a boy, I would fall asleep in the nurse's rest station watching her work.
She was always with this little boy. He was about 5 years old. And little did I know that one day he will become the mayor. I can tell you, this one, he is going to become the president of South Africa.
I saw how she cared, and that taught me the true meaning of public service.
All we need is services that works.
I grew up here in Edgemead, where I still live today, with my wife Carla and our daughter. And here at Edgemead High School is where Carla and I met as teenagers, and where my passion for politics first began. I was so fortunate to study here at the University of Cape Town, where I started the DA Students Organization, or DASO, to help students get a fair deal.
We write our exams hungry because NSFAS is broken.
I was elected to Parliament at 24, and it was a real baptism of fire. I arrived in politics at a time when corruption was becoming normal, and I knew I had to do something about it.
Why are we still in this mess?
I fought to protect public funds so that every cent of your money gets our country working. 5 years ago, I became the mayor of Cape Town with one goal in mind: to build a city of hope, not for the few, but for everyone. We created more jobs here than anywhere else in South Africa. And we invested more in safety and infrastructure to truly build a city of hope for all. Now, as leader of the Democratic Alliance, my mission is to show all South Africans that politicians can be clean, that governments can deliver, and that our future can be brighter. With your help, we can fix South Africa. We can build that country of hope, where children can play feeling safe, where corrupt politicians go to jail, where services are delivered, and where people have jobs they can be proud of. My name is Geordin Lewis, and I believe South Africa can work for everyone. And I'm asking you to believe it too.
Democrats, what an afternoon. We have sung together. We have heard the voices of Tshwane residents, and now we come to the heart of why we are all here. Your vote can choose a professional government over corruption, delivery over excuses, working services over endless breakdowns. Today, Tshwane is joined by leaders who are ready to take the fight into every single community. For this moment, we turn to our political leadership and the plan to get Tshwane working for all. Democrats, our first political speaker, knows what it takes to fight for the residents of Tshwane. He has led in communities across Pitori, from the battle for reliable drinking water in Hammanskraal to the demand for professional, accountable city government. He has stood with residents who deserve better. He carries the hopes and the dreams of our residents. He knows what it takes to make Tshwane work. He is the DA's mayoral candidate for Tshwane. Democrats, let's make some noise for Cilio!
Democrats, it is so wonderful to see you gathered here today in South Africa's capital city for the start of the Working for All tour. Because, yes, and we will welcome our national leader and our leadership here today, because that is our offer to the South African people, to get things working. Now, Democrats, you and I know that in our time in office here, we started to make some fundamental changes. We started to solve some problems, closing the taps of corruption, bringing in hardworking, honest people, getting a solution for the Hammanskraal water crisis. And that threatened the interests of those who are profiting from the failure of the city. That is why they removed us. They removed us because we were getting Tshwane working. Now, Democrats, you would have seen our candidates announced here today. You would have seen that they represent every corner of our city. They speak all of its languages. They are ready to take on the ANC in every community. Yes. They are not just politicians or activists, although it is very, very important to understand that the activists carry our organization. They are leaders. They are leaders of their community, and that is the seriousness of our offer to the people of the nation's capital. So, Democrats, what happened after they removed us from office here in the nation's capital? What happened? 777 million rand they spent on water tankers instead of giving people water in their taps. The Hammanskraal Clean Water Project, they thought they were just going to cut the ribbon on that. No, that project has stalled. The people of Hammanskraal still don't have clean water. In 2025, there were more power outages in Tshwane than when Eskom was load shedding the city. Our infrastructure is crumbling. The deputy mayor benefits from a contract with the municipality. And what does the mayor do to him? Does she fire him? No. What does she do to him? She keeps him in his job. Democrats are now they're arguing with each other. Who paid for the pool at the mayor's house? Hey, the ANC and the EFF say no, she used a municipal contractor. She says no, she paid for it herself. We say, show us the invoices and the story goes away. So why doesn't she? But Democrats, while all of this is happening, while this coalition is falling apart and arguing about swimming pools and tenders and water tankers, you know what? The city is falling apart. They have forgotten about ordinary people. And the effect of this is not limited to service delivery. Dit gaan nie net oor dienslewering nie. 'n Munisipaliteit wat uitmekaar uitval, beteken ook dat mense hulle werke verloor. Between April 2025 and April 2026, the city of Tshwane lost 85,000 jobs. Under the wave of power cuts and water cuts and the misspending of public money and rates and taxes that don't deliver value, people are losing their livelihoods and opportunity is draining away from the city. And I just need some water. And I've heard what this thing is called. And I've got to be very careful. Because you know I'm Afrikaans, and when I say certain things it sounds funny. But I'm going to try this. We were overtaken by a puso ya magodu. Yes! A puso ya magodu. It's a government of tsotsis. And you know what? We are going to take it back and we are going to get it working.
Because we are not just here to criticize and complain and point fingers. We are here to take responsibility for the future of our city. We are going to get this city working for all of its people. And you know what? A city that can work is a city that can create work. So what are we going to do? I'm going to highlight the 3 important pledges of a Democratic Alliance government in this city. Give us 5 years and give us 50%. And 1, we will fire corrupt officials and tenderpreneurs. We will send out a corruption hit squad, not to ask people questions before a commission, but to catch them while they are stealing fuel. To catch them while they are cheating at the recruitment process. To catch them when they are doing fraud with our tender system. Democrats, we have to understand that unless we take a strong stand against corruption, unless we shut down the comrades, the cadres, and the tenderpreneurs, no other plan for this city is going to work. But we can only shut down the corruption if we've got leaders of integrity. You will not hear my name spoken at the Madlanga Commission. You won't. You won't see the messages from the CFO of Tshwane saying, oh, I met with the DA. No, no, no. He met with the EFF and Action SA over tenders. It is only with integrity. It is only with integrity that we can take on the corruption in the system. And I tell you now that unless we do, nothing else is going to work. But Democrats, it goes beyond shutting down corruption. We actually have to, once we've restored law and order at Tshwane House, take concrete steps to restore law and order in the streets. Our second pledge, we will use crime-fighting technology to make our communities safer. This city has got 4,200 Metro Police officers. When last have you seen them? If you do see them, they're usually traveling in a bus somewhere, or when they're stopping you on a dark street somewhere and asking for chocho. If we cannot control where our men and women in blue are going and what they are doing, the people carrying badge and guns are a danger to society, not something that keeps us safe. But I believe that the majority of people who work for Tshwane, the majority of the employees want to work. They do. It is the rotten managers, the few, the 10% in positions of control that set the wrong example. But if we can do what the private sector does, deploy cameras and control rooms and know where the cars and the patrols are and take a strategic view, working with private security and community security, we can actually make our streets safe. We can make it safe in the CBD. We can make it safe to walk from the bus stop to your house. We can get the street lights working. Our third pledge, Democrats, is to use private partnerships to upgrade electricity, water, public lighting, and waste collection. You know, our leader this week made a very important point. He said that South Africans pay tax twice. You pay tax, and then you still have to get private security. You pay your rates and taxes, and then you still have to get a generator when the power goes off. You pay what you need to, but then you have to get a private water tank. And the question is, if we are already paying tax, if we depend on the private sector to improve our lives, why can't we do that through government? And I tell you now that we can. We just have to stop the system of tenders and tenderpreneurships, and we have to. We have to have smart agreements with the people in the private sector. Instead of paying a contractor to fix every streetlight that is broken, pay the contractor for the streetlights that work. That is contracting based on performance. The municipality remains in charge of the policy and the price. We make sure that it's affordable, but we ensure that there is actual services. South Africans don't care who actually fixes the pipes, who fixes the electricity. They don't care. They just want those services to work. And they want value for the money that they are already paying. So that is exactly what we will do. And Democrats, don't let them come and tell you that privatization, whatever they call it, that's going to threaten the poor. I tell you that it is the poor that suffer most from a government that doesn't deliver. We can only protect services to the poor if we get value out of every taxpayer's rand. So those are our three most important pledges, Democrats. And taken together, if we implement these with 5 years and 50%, we can change the city. And it's not just about the services or the experience or even safety. All of these things have got economic consequences. There is a reason why more people have work in DA municipalities. It is because those municipalities work. Municipalities that work can create work for ordinary people. Circumstances where the water works, the electricity works, the roads work, the traffic department works, the TMPD works. Those conditions attract investment and they create jobs for ordinary people. And that's what it's about. It is about getting the economy growing so that people who don't have work, or people who can't get promotions, or people who can't succeed, that the municipality no longer stands in their way. Instead, the municipality says, come my friend, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you succeed in life. I'm going to help your children succeed in life. And Democrats, that is what I am here to do, and that is what you are here to do. So in closing, let us take back our city. Take back your water. Take back your electricity. Take back your parks and your public spaces. Take back your streetlights. Take it back from the criminals. Take it back from the tenderpreneurs. Take it back from the puppet mayors and the coalitions of chaos. Take it back. Because if we take it back, we can get it working and we can get our people working. Viva DA, viva!
Campaign. That is perfect. Now, Democrats, the next person I'm going to introduce, it's our very own from Tshwane. He is from the streets of Atteridgeville. He is our provincial leader. We call him Grootman to the rest of the country. He is as well our DA federal chairperson, Solim Simon.
Noma kunzima noba kubuhlungu isoja liyanyameze. This is a song you are going to sing from now until election day. This is a song that you are going to sing as you go to each and every door. Even when one house rejects you, I promise you 5 houses will open their door and listen to you. Isoja liyanyamezela. When they say to us, no, we don't want to hear, we trust that old group of thugs, you say, isoja liyanyamezela. We, please translate to anybody that you're sitting next to who doesn't understand what it means when we say isoja liyanyamezela. I want to say to you, Democrats, that our job is cut out for us. Our job is cut out for us. We had a government in place that has been given the mandate, 2/3 mandate at some particular point in time, that had South Africans believing that South Africa could be a better place. And they failed the people of South Africa. They failed municipalities. They failed provinces. Right now, people don't even know whether you're going to have electricity uninterrupted. People don't know whether they're going to have water uninterrupted. People don't know how long they'll have jobs if you are lucky to have a job. People don't know that as a young lady, you will be told to take down your pants and sleep with somebody before you get in a position. These are the people that we trusted, and we say here and no more. We have a mission and cannot fail this mission. The mission that we have is to rescue, as the biggest party in the urban South Africa, and I make no mistake, as the biggest party in urban South Africa, we are going to rescue our municipalities. And this is why we are starting with this tour, and we are now saying we've had the people of our municipalities, we've had the people of our provinces, we had the people of this country, and we are saying we are ready now. We are ready to give you a contract that we are saying here are the pledges that we say hold us to. And you don't have to believe that we can do the things that we say we do. Go and ask President Cyril Ramaphosa. He said the best working municipalities are those that are run by the DA. The worst run municipalities are those that are run by the ANC. That tells you that we are not perfect by any stretch, but best believe we are the best option that South Africa has at this point in time. When you go as a candidate, when you go as an activist, when you go as a leader of a constituency, when you go as an MPL, when you go as a member of parliament, in knocking in at those doors, you need to remind the people that none of the DA people appearing in front of Madlanga Commission right now facing any kind of charges. You need to go and remind them that none of the DA people are now facing corruption charges relating to water tankers. You need to go and remind them that if they want jobs, if they want to pay rates and taxes that go towards fixing the potholes, that goes towards ensuring that there's water that comes out of the tap, that goes towards making sure that there's electricity that is there, that is going towards ensuring that you have investors that come and invest because municipalities do work, there's only one option and only one choice, and that is the Democratic Alliance. Bona hona le ba bang ba tlotla bo mafikizolo ba ne ba nahana ba re bona ba tla rana government a se papen fleas Hona banong o mongwe a shwile ba re o irile diphulu ko thoko kwale di patetse ke batho ba bang. There's others who are saying that they've run government, but they forgot to then say that the same government that was formed by the Democratic Alliance. But they want to take credit. But when there was anything wrong, they will say, no, we are not involved. Schizophrenic behavior. There are those that are going to tell you that, no, we want black people this side, we want Afrikaners this side. We are saying no, bring everybody in the middle because this country is going to take everybody to build. There are those that are going to say no, colored people this side, black people this side. We're saying no. It is that which makes us different, that unites us, because each and every one of us must come to the center and really build a South Africa that we can take forward. Those that don't have a plan will come and use foolish things to divide us. But we are saying, no, let's unite the people. When others are saying divide the people and conquer, we are saying, no, unite the people and use the strength of diversity to build a municipality, to build a province, to build a South Africa that we can all belong. That's what we now need to then do. You never cook stew with AFL. You never cook stew with only onions in there. In a beautiful stew, you put lamb there, you put carrots there, you put mazambani there, you put onions there, you put stock there. That's when you get the best flavor yet. Because it is everything that is working together that gives us the best. I want to say to you, Democrats, let's resist the temptation of falling into the little traps of saying, no, we must be divided. Let us not fall into the temptation of those that want to tell us that, no, they have a plan when they haven't really even shown us what their plan looks like or where they have governed successfully. They will come and tell you that they have been working at municipalities. Go and ask what is happening now in Ekurhuleni and find the mess, but because of what they are doing. People are now swimming in shit in Ekurhuleni because of those that ensured that they are not able to get toilets working. They are not able to get the systems working. Instead, they are part of ensuring that systems don't work so that those that are Tenga mafias can go in there. Those that are supplying toilets can go in there. The mobile toilets can go in there. We are saying we don't want temporary solutions anymore. We want permanent solutions that give people a dignified life. That's what we need to be championing for. So when you hear that people who are drivers of certain political leaders who are now all of a sudden multi-millionaires because of, the contracts that they got out of Ekurhuleni and all of that, we must ask ourselves, when people are getting contracts to supply water tankers, to supply mobile toilets, what are our people getting at the end of the day? Democrats, I want to say to you this, that one day you and me will no longer be here. One day you and me will no longer be in this city, be in this province, be in this country, be in this world. What will they say about you and me? Will those that come after us blame us for not doing what needed to be done when we had an opportunity to do something? Or will they say we are now living in a better space because of those that went before us? I challenge all of you to then say, be part of those that will stand and say, we are going to make a difference. Be part of those that are going to stand up and say, we will ensure that we fight so that there can be a dignified life for all the people. Not some, for all the people. Not the politically connected, for all the people. Not for a particular race, but for all people. Not for a particular gender, but for all the people. Not for a particular religion, but all the people. And when we say all the people, we mean all the people. Democrats, I want to say to you that our job is cut out for us. And as I began, shall I end? And I say to you, Isocha, lianyamezela. When you go and knock on that door, remember isotsha liyanyamezela. When people have lost hope and telling us all politicians are the same, they say to them isotsha liyanyamezela. When they say to us we've been promised RDP houses that have never been delivered, remember isotsha liyanyamezela. When you meet families that are swimming in sewer and saying to you we have given hope, remember isotsha liyanyamezela. When you're meeting young people who are there in Shebins, who are there at the corners, who are saying we've given up because there is no jobs for us, remember isotsha liyanyamezela. When you're sitting and meeting that grandma who's sitting with 150,000 rand of it debt from Tshwane, remember isotsha liyanyamezela. You are going to knock on each and every door. You are going to give the people of Tshwane a better hope, a better tomorrow. You are going to make sure that come the 4th of November, when they're sitting there, they are remembering isotsha liyanyamezela, a soldier that stood the test of time, a soldier that wore blue, whether it was raining, whether it was hot, whether it was, hey, there will never be a home, there will never be a Shebin or a Chisanyama or a home that doesn't hear about the DA. Isotsha liyanyamezela. Thank you very much.
Viva Jordan Hill Lewis, viva! Pata Jordan, pata! Asad, sure, Sahamba one almost there. Hey! Asad! Washa! Asambe! Asambe wanamani!
I think this one's working. Good. Dumelang! Goeiedag, Tshwane! It is so good. It is wonderful to be here in our capital city. And thank you so much to every person who has come out to celebrate today. We believe, all of us, that this city can be better than it is. Do you believe that? Come on, do you believe that? You know, that's why I wanted to start this tour here in Tshwane today. We could have started anywhere in the country, but if we want to talk about cities and towns that work for all, it is important that we start in Tshwane. A few days ago, I'm sure many of you were there when we launched our manifesto. Were you there? That manifesto contains our commitments for how we're going to get working water, electricity, safer communities, cleaner towns, jobs, infrastructure, professional government, and how we're going to fight corruption. That manifesto is a pledge to the people. It's a commitment, it's a promise. And you know, when you make someone a pledge, a commitment, a promise, you got to look them in the eye. You've got a responsibility to go and look them face to face, personally, and explain how you are going to do that and what you are going to do. So I wanted to come to Pretoria today to look you and the residents of Pretoria in the eye and say what we are going to do to get your city and to get all municipalities working for everyone. Because let me tell you, my friends, the destruction of South Africa's towns and cities is not normal. It is not normal, and it is not acceptable. And it is not inevitable. It doesn't have to happen. But you know what makes me sad? And I'm sure it makes you sad as well. So many of our fellow South Africans have started to believe that this is normal. This is just the way things are going to be. But in the DA, we say this is not the way that things are going to be. Things can be better, and they will be better. We should never accept that everything that we have now in our cities and our towns is going to be our future. I know that from my own job as a mayor, that local government is not some distant, theoretical, abstract place where things get spoken about and policies get debated, but nothing happens. Working local government is a beautiful thing. When you open that tap and water comes out, when you walk outside at night, or you walk down to the taxi rank early in the morning and the street lights are working, when you call someone because you need help, when there's a fire or there's a service delivery issue and someone answers the phone and greets you politely and sends you the help that you need, that is a working government. That is how government is supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. And that is how we plan to make it. And let me tell you, when those things work, people start believing in their city again. And they start believing that the future can be better. They start getting this wonderful thing that we all depend on and rely on as human beings, and that is hope for the future. That is a lovely thing, and that is what we want to bring to Tshwane. This is the future we want for Tshwane. But today I want to focus on just two things that are standing between that future and more of the same in this city. The first is coalition chaos. Can you say coalition chaos? Coalition chaos. Do we want coalition chaos? No. Now, obviously, we know that coalitions are sometimes necessary in a democracy. Sometimes they're unavoidable. We work with other parties when we have to. In fact, we're doing that right now in the Government of National Unity. You know that. But there is a big difference between accepting a coalition when it is unavoidable because the voters have chosen that, and deliberately voting for political chaos when you can elect a stable government. Tshwane knows the difference between those two things more than anyone else in South Africa. Your current city government contains 11 political parties. You can't even put it on two hands. 11 parties, 11 sets of egos and interests and conflicting opinions. 11 people fighting for what they can get out of it instead of what they can give in to their communities. Every time there's a difficult decision, someone's got to keep all those 11 pieces of the puzzle together. Let me tell you, that is not a recipe for good government. It is a recipe for permanent coalition chaos. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Right now, we are seeing this coalition starting to pull itself apart in the public. What a mess. Now let me tell you, our first and most important piece of business in Tshwane is to end coalition chaos. Just look at what happened with your city manager, Johan Metler. The EFF pushed for his suspension. The ANC backed his suspension. Action SA didn't know what it was doing. It backed his suspension behind closed doors, then it opposed his suspension in public. Then the speaker illegally excluded 13 DA votes from the vote, stealing the vote in a dishonest way. Thank goodness the DA took the matter to court and we won. Even when we're not in government, we are trying to end the coalition chaos. Now imagine what will happen if we get a big, strong majority in Tshwane. No more coalition chaos. This is just one little story of the city manager. But this story is replicated 100 times over every day in the city in every different decision. Just think about what it tells you about how this city is being governed. The ANC, the EFF, Action SA, the Freedom Front Plus, they're all fighting with each other. Meanwhile, you and the residents of Tshwane are sitting at home, wondering when someone is going to come and fix the water. When is someone going to come and fix the road? When is someone going to change or upgrade or fix and repair the electricity substation? But that is not what is on those people's minds because they are fighting about their coalition. So this November, we have to get a message out there to the city. We must choose something different. You don't have to vote for another political lotto and then wait to see what coalition comes out of it. Do you watch the lotto on TV? When you see where those little balls pop out? And each ball has a little number? Has anyone ever won? You must please tell me. Not me. But that's how these tiny parties treat these coalitions. The voters must just wait to see what ball pops out, to see what government we're going to get. No. We can choose something better. The residents of Pretoria, of Tshwane, can choose a stable, strong government. They can give our friend, our colleague, our champion, Celia Brink, an outright majority as mayor of Tshwane. And you know what that will mean? Residents can know who is responsible. The DA is not ever trying to avoid responsibility. We say we want to be held responsible. But in order to be held responsible, we need a big, solid majority. No excuses, no hiding behind 10 other coalition partners, just a clear government with a clear mandate, a clear program, and a responsibility to deliver to you, the residents. And nowhere is that responsibility clearer and the need for accountability clearer than in Tshwane's water system. We all know that it's crumbling. Right outside this venue, you can see the evidence. You can smell the evidence right outside. But here in this city, we have this water tanker mafia. And that tells the story of everything that is wrong with the local government in South Africa. A water tanker should be an emergency solution. Let me tell you, Cape Town has got a few water tankers. Yes, we do. Maybe 10 or something for the whole city. You know why? Because we only use them in emergencies. They are not there as a standard part of service delivery. They are there for emergencies only. When there's no emergency, they are parked in a garage. But here, water tankers run most of the water system. And the water tanker mafia runs most of the city. Here, the water tankers have become the water system. And every rand that is spent on trucking water is not spent on fixing the pipes and actually fixing the water system so that your taps can work properly. Here in Tshwane, the numbers should shock us and horrify us. You know that I couldn't believe this when I read it. From the 2025 financial year, last year, 777 million rand in water tanker expenses. And the city said that it had about another 120 million rand in invoices that it was busy processing for possible fraud. Now, the media tell us the truth, that many of those water tanker companies, who are they? Who are they connected to? The same cadres and comrades that have always been stealing everything. It's the same people, just with a different coalition. That is what we have to stop. So senior ANC figures in this city got 31 million rand for water trucking, instead of investing that 31 million rand into pipes and infrastructure that would actually fix the problem. One of those companies, I was fascinated to read, one of those companies was started by Tshwane's current deputy mayor. You know this. You know this. A chap called Eugene Modise. Sure, you've got some scalums here, eh? Please, we don't want you, there's lots of people that are moving to Cape Town, but please don't send those scalums. We don't want them. They must go to jail. The only place they must go to in Cape Town is Polesmore. You know, another company was reportedly paid 95 million rand for water tanker work, despite the fact that they didn't own any trucks. Can you believe that? They didn't own any trucks. These are serious allegations. And what I loved about what Celia just said on the stage is job number one is rooting out and finding and firing all of these corrupt people out of the city of Tshwane, so that that money can be spent on you. That money can be spent on you instead of into their pockets. While contractors and connected politicians rake in hundreds of millions, you are supposed to put up with broken taps and a dysfunctional water system. Not anymore. I want to tell you, and all the residents of Tshwane, the DA is committed to fixing Tshwane's water system for you. You, the residents of Tshwane, that is who we care about. That is why we are here. That is why our party exists. Our party exists not for what we can get out of the system, it exists for how we can serve the public. And all the public. The DA is on your side. The DA says that money that residents pay for water must be spent on fixing the water system. It mustn't go into more salaries or more bloated departments, and it certainly mustn't go into anyone's pocket. So we will ring fence all the revenue from water and electricity for maintaining and investing in water and electricity. You know what happens? They take money, residents pay their water bills, and the city takes that water money and spends it on salaries somewhere else. And it never gets spent on fixing the water system. Now we will make sure that that money stays there. That means that we've got money to fix leaks, to replace old pipes, to fix and upgrade pumps. Invest before the system collapses, rather than arriving afterwards with another water tanker after the system has collapsed. We will bring engineers and technical professionals back into Tshwane so that they can actually make the decisions and drive those investment programs so that the systems work. And where the municipality does not have enough money or expertise to build the infrastructure residents need, we will use private investment and private partnerships to get it built. This is the common sense thing to do. This is the common sense that the DA brings to government. Because the ultimate goal is to have water in your tap. That is what we are committed to doing, in everyone's tap. And we will stop at nothing to get it there. And we're going to clean up public procurement as well. If you want to do business with a DA municipality, you better be able to actually do the job. It doesn't matter if you know the politician who's in charge. It doesn't matter if you're connected to the mayor or the MACO member. It doesn't matter if you have a party membership card. None of those things matter. What matters is, can you do the job? That is what matters. We in the DA are committed only to appointing people who can actually do the work, to professional procurement, qualified contractors, and to consequences for corruption and bad management. That is the big difference that I want people to understand as we take this tour around the country. You see, some parties, many other parties, are promising big, grand, fancy things. We are promising that we will work for all. It is simple, but it is so powerful, because that is what is not happening in South Africa. Our cities and our towns are not working, and they're certainly not working for all. That is why we need the DA in those towns and cities. We are not asking you to vote. We're not asking you to vote because we're coming to tell you what is wrong. You know what is wrong. South Africans already know what is wrong. South Africans in every town and city in our country already know what is wrong. They don't need to be told. We are asking South Africans, citizens, residents of Tshwane to vote for the DA because we know how to fix what is wrong. We're not going to tell you what is wrong, we're going to fix what is wrong. That is what we do in the DA. And we're not asking you to just believe us. Many of those other parties are saying, trust us, please. Just believe us one more time. We've heard that too many times before. We're not saying believe us. We're saying look at what we have done. We fix things, we have fixed things, we are fixing things, and we will fix things. Look at our track record. So Tshwane has an amazing opportunity to choose that future in November. Just imagine the hope and the optimism that this city can have with 5 years of stable DA government. 5 years in which the mayor spends less time negotiating every little decision with his coalition partners and more time fixing things in the city for residents. 5 years in which engineers know that the infrastructure program has the support of the majority government party, and that it will be invested in. 5 years in which businesses know that this party governing here in this city is behind them, that we are going to make it easier for them to grow so that they can employ more people. 5 years in which officials understand that performance matters, and that if you don't perform, you can't stay in the job. That is what an outright DA majority means for the residents of Tshwane. That is what they can give. That is their choice. And I want to say something particularly to people who have never voted for the DA before. They are a very important group in this election. I'm sure every single one of us, we can think about their face and their names in our head. Someone in our family or our friends or in our street who has never voted DA. This is their chance to choose a better future for Tshwane. So I want to say to those people, maybe they're watching us on Facebook, maybe they'll see us later tonight on the news. I'm not asking you to vote for the DA forever. I'm not asking you to make a commitment for 50 years. I'm saying now, on the 4th of November, give us a chance. We will never disappoint you. We will never disappoint you. We believe deeply that working governments should belong to everyone. This is why this tour matters to me. This is why this is more than just a statement. Because every other party works for only some people. It is only this party, only this blue party that works for all. South Africa can never be a country where the wealthy can purchase their way out of state failure while everyone else is left behind. We have to make government work for everyone. And we know that it can be done. So our manifesto is optimistic for a very simple reason. The DA already governs places where clean government, serious infrastructure investment, and professional administration are producing good results. That is why our message to South Africans is not that South Africa might hopefully work one day. That's not our message. Our message is that South Africa can work, and it can work for everyone. We must never ever give up hope that South Africa cannot work anymore. We are the blue party. We believe it can work, and it can work for everyone. Tshwane can work. Can Tshwane work? Mamelodi can work. Sosho Nguve can work. Centurion can work. Attridgeville can work. Pretoria can work. Now I want to invite some of our national leadership, our provincial leadership, our regional leadership, our mayoral candidate, come up and join me on stage, please. Come up here. Come on. How's it? Very good. So I want us to know. Let's turn that down for a second. We do not have to settle for another 5 years of musical chairs. Our message to the residents of Tshwane: do not cast a vote for a small party and hope that after the election your vote ends up supporting the government that you like. You don't have to do that. You can vote directly for the government you want. Give Celia Brink and give the DA the majority we need to get this city working for all. Vote DA to end the coalition of chaos in Tshwane. Help us put the politics in the background and put the residents back at the center of Tshwane. Choose change that works, because when Tshwane works, South Africa is stronger. And together, on the 4th of November, we can prove once again that South Africa can work for all. Viva DA Viva! Viva DA Viva! Viva Tshwane Viva! Pamili Tshwane Pamili! Thank you. Thank you Pretoria. Thank you Tshwane. Come forward. Now, friends, thank you. Can I ask us to all stand up? Most importantly, we are passionate and patriotic South Africans. Everything we do because we love our country. We want our country to succeed. We want better for our country. So let's end this evening by singing our beautiful national anthem.
Thank you, Democrats. Tshwane, what a moment we have had. Today, we have heard the only choice to make our city and country work. Together, we can get Tshwane working. Together, we can get our towns working for all. Get Nangwanyana Peli, your girl from Pretoria, Digga Lady signing out. Debelo, take us home.
We are Wayanza Masala at the dozen. Hey! Asa! Yeah.
watching. Join the mission to rescue South Africa. Like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. Join the DA, because the DA gets things done.